Hi, hey, how are you? I'm so glad to see you. Hope you had a great long weekend. That was kind of a nice treat to have, right? I am a certified master neurocoach and I'm also a learning strategist. And I'm the go to leader for the Connected Mom Truths Method. And this is helping moms become unstuck and to become finishers of whatever it is that they start. Have you ever started something, whatever it is, and you don't get it finished? And before you realize, you have all these little things that haven't gotten done, right? And so I help with that, okay? And I also help moms become that unstoppable, focus-driven leader in their family. All right, so are you ready to get unstuck and discover your truth and find your purpose? Well, listen up, okay? Like I said, I'm Jean Harville, and I wanted to talk about this because this happened to me over the last week or so, and I was just kind of thinking about it. Resistance. Resistance to what? Like to move forward. I know I should be doing this, I should be doing that, but I don't want to move forward. But in order for me to move forward, I need to make a decision. All right, how many of you love making decisions? I do not make decisions very well. I'm one of my traits that I have is I'm adaptable. You make the decision, I will fit into your decision. Doesn't matter, I don't really care. You make the decision. What is up with that? Why do I feel like I don't want to make a decision? The question, what do you want for dinner? Where do you want to go eat? And everyone's like, I don't know, I don't care. Well, here's the deal. It takes energy for our brain to make a decision, right? And our brain wants to preserve the calories that it takes for us to make a decision. Brain wants to use the calories for something else, within our body, within our system. So we avoid thinking. We have to think in order to make a decision. Weigh the pros and the cons, and in a decision that you are making, it takes energy to do that. And our brain wants to preserve those calories for something else, another activity. Interesting, right? And so that's one of the reasons why we don't make decisions, is that if they take energy to do that and calories, and our brain wants to conserve calories, it wants to conserve our energy. And making a decision takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of thinking. So a lot of people don't want to think. They want to just pass it off and let somebody else do the thinking for them. Well, that could be okay, but it can also land you in hot water. Because if they're thinking for you and they're not you, because we know our decisions come from us, our identity of who we are. My decision is going to be different than somebody else's decision, and somebody else's decision is going to be different than somebody else's decision. And then we're all coming in on a decision that is not aligned with us. So then we are getting ourselves into areas like, why am I doing this? This is not who I am. We talked about our thoughts and our beliefs. When we have our thoughts added to our emotions becomes our belief of who we are. And our decisions come from that belief or that identity. If we're not in alignment in our decisions with who we are, it's just things can just derail, and it's not you authentically. So letting somebody else make the decision for you, handing that power to somebody else, so your brain can conserve that energy, can get you in trouble. You become out of alignment. Has that ever happened to you? And so when a decision is made, I'm going to go in this direction, and then all of a sudden you feel resistance to it. Like, I don't know if I really want to do that. I don't feel like I want to do that. I'm, enlisted to do it. And so you back off. You're like, oh, I don't feel empowered. I don't feel like this is a decision that's my decision. I don't feel part of this. And so you back away from it, and you feel that resistance, and you're wondering, why am I not moving forward? what is going on with the decision that I made? Because it wasn't in alignment with you, because you allowed somebody else to make the decision for you, and you said, I'm going to conserve, your brain's going to conserve that energy and just let somebody else make the decision, go along with that other person, and then you realize, I'm not in alignment. Then comes the resistance of, why am I not completing or getting done whatever it is that we are, that I'm to work on, right? And so it becomes a cycle. So what do we do? How do we get out of that? We get very, very curious. Like, what is it that's keeping me back? Am I just not believing in what it is I'm to be doing, or the project that I'm doing, or am I telling myself I'm not good enough? Am I thinking, you know what, I'm going to be judged for this. I don't want to be judged for this. This was not my choice, not my decision. It's going to be apparent that I have bitten off too much, and this is not really you. So we get into this cycle of not feeling good enough or feeling really, really small. And it becomes dangerous for us, to continue on that path, because we're going to become, found out, so to speak. And so one of the things we want to do is we want to really be connected as to who we are and figure out what it is that's going on. And going down, why am I following this path? Is it because I feel, exactly why? And so what happens is that we get everything kind of twisted up into who we are, right? So one of the things that I like to fall back onto is in my system, it's in my program, in my Empowered Mom program, is the system that's called the Connected Mom Truths. And when you find out your truths as to who you are and figure out who you are, then you're going to be more likely to be, into the decision that you've made, because it matches who you are. So one of the things that I had asked last week in the live was that one of the things I'm doing is I'm putting together a time period or for questions for market research. I want to up-level my Empowered Mom experience, and I really would love to connect with you and to have these kind of market research chats with you, just to find out what is going on for you. And this is specifically for moms who have teens or young adults who are leaving home, that are graduating or going off to a job or starting their own business. And I want to find out from the moms what they're feeling, how they're feeling about this transition time, because moms actually go through an awful lot of transitions with their kids all the time, right? And so I think that when we are going through those transitions, and the next transition is transitioning our kids from us into our home, right? From our home into the world, so to speak. And so I just want to know what some of those feelings are, those thoughts that are coming up for you. And I'm going to drop a link below here in the comments in the group that is my calendar link, and I would love for you to click it and set up a time where we can just kind of meet on Zoom, just have a 15-minute talk about how are you feeling, what's your challenge with your kids finishing high school and going on to whatever their next endeavor is, right? And then also those of you who are watching this in the email, I'll have a link at the bottom of the email that you can click, and you can also check to see if there's a calendar time for you as well. Okay, so y'all have a really great rest of the day, and I'll see you all later. Bye.